Hello and welcome to the 2023 MotoGP Esports World Championship. I'm Kiko Giles. Do not be deceived, Jack Appleyard has not had a major glow-up for this year. Alongside me this year is Jack Gorst, as ever. Jack, it's great to have you here for this new season, and we really cannot wait to get started and get stuck in with the action more than ever before.
Yeah, going to be a big season, so it brings me great pleasure to formally welcome my good friend Kiko Giles to the MotoGP Esports Global Series fold, and it really is going to be a big one. We've got 4 rounds this year, but with the addition of the Tissot Sprint, as you've seen in real life as well, we've brought that right to here too. So there's going to be a whopping 12 races coming up your way this year in 2023.
And of course, this game has been made easier than ever before as well, which makes it even more enjoyable, and it's going to bring more drama and excitement. So this is how to play the game, and these are the rules, the stages, and all the different chapters of how our teams, our stars, all got here. So, 2023, how to play? Well, there's an array of racetracks, but first, the Pro Draft phase. Now, this is where riders go into basically time attack mode, and they set their fastest time. They do get unlimited attempts as well.
Yeah, they get unlimited attempts to set those fastest times, and of course they'll score points for them. And as you see, the top 22 gamers from around the world proved their worth in that stage to get to the draft selection, and from there, that's where we whittled them down to our 11 elite stars that will be lining up for the MotoGP teams in the Global Series, representing all the teams here, which is great to see. And of course, now that leads us to the Global Series, with this one kicking off right now, the very first round of the year. And at the end of it all, as you can see, with some drama mixed into the middle with flag to flag, it's certainly going to be a very big one indeed, with the grand finale at the U-Beat Live Festival here in Barcelona as well.
This is racing. MotoGP Esport, bigger and better than ever before in 2023. We've also got the addition, as you will have seen in real life, of the Tissot Sprint on Saturday. So that, of course, for MotoGP Esports means something different too. A change in format and a different style, making it more fun, more drama, and that is what we are looking for in MotoGP Esports 2023. So let's check out that Tissot Sprint format and take a look at how it's all working out so far.
So then, the race info for the very first race of the 2023 Global Series is going to come from Mugello, an absolute staple of the MotoGP world. There's beautiful sweeping turns. There's going to be plenty of overtaking opportunities through those 9 right corners and also the 6th left as well. You can see there the layout, classic layout, fast flowing. This is the track obviously where you can see the highest top speed in MotoGP 2, and for the sprint, well, it is a real sprint here. Only 3 laps. It's going to be action-packed chaos right from the start, right from the off, and we are ready to get underway here with race 1 of 12 from the Global Series.
2023 then, just moments away from getting started, and wow, we've been waiting for this moment a long time. Lots of qualifying has happened to get to this stage, and now we've got the 11 best MotoGP Esport gamers in the world here ready to do battle. So let's get to the heart of the action, let's get to the races, and let's get 2023 off to an absolute flyer. The Tissot Sprint then for 2023. We are starting with a novelty, a new quirk for this year, and we cannot wait to see how this all unfolds. We have qualifying different this year because it's only 5 minutes. So we had a jumbled up grid, and we got the stars of last year. Jack, we will get to throughout this race. It's only 3 laps long, but some stars from last year not here this year. That means we've got new contenders right at the front of this. This is your grid, and as you can see, familiar names all the way through the grid. This is Sabadalongo in 6th place. Mika Raiko, the Indonesian rider, He's looking good. He's actually a little bit out of position, some might say.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely been looking good. You saw Keinster there as well. He's new, and so is Ike, the Malaysian. A little bit further up the grid, you also saw a couple of new runners in third and fourth as well, and we'll introduce you those throughout the race. Plat 1 for Life from the UK, he's also brand new, and Christian MM17 actually did get a lap time in sprint qualifying. Only 5 minutes, not much time, and he ran out of time.
So, we are ready then to get underway. 2023 MotoGP Esports defending champion will go from pole. It's Adrian, and he gets off to a good start. Not a good start from the middle of the front row by Jackhammer. He's in reverse. He's going right away through. 3 abreast over the hump down towards San Donato. For the first time, it's your 2 champions of years gone by that lead into turn 1 and push it and shove it. The Yamaha goes straight. Trast is leading Adrian, the defending champion, and it's Daniele Aloe in third on the Ducati. As we all come through.
Jackhammer.
And Jackhammer has gone down, so that front row start has not been converted in the first race of the season.
Jackhammer was one of the pre-season favourites. He's been absolutely electric all throughout the Pro Draft selection this year in qualifying for this Global Series, and he's been fantastically knocked off already. So, look at this then. This is one of our newcomers, Daniele, on the factory Ducati. Of course, Piero Ricciuti has departed the Global Series scene, and in his place, Daniele has arrived. And I'll tell you what, he really has arrived in style. He's doing fantastically. But look at that Malaysian Ike, 4th from, what was he, 8th on the grid, 9th on the grid, I think.
Row 3.
Unbelievable rocket ship start from the debutants.
We're on board now looking at the rear end of Trast 73, who's absolutely had a flyer here. Adrian, second from pole. He looked like he got the whole shot nailed on the run down towards turn 1. I remind you, just 3 laps to do this. This is a proper sprint race, of course. And this is what we used to, this is what we all grew up with, really, isn't it? 3-lap shootout. Adrian in second. Just a quick mention from the last row of the grid, Plat for Life. Plat 1 for Life up into 4th place. He has been looking very, very good all the way through this, and is again, like we said on the grid, a little bit out of position, but he's up there looking, staring down the barrel of a podium as they come onto the front straight for the first time. Trast 73 is leading Adrian, then it's Daniele, Plat for Life. Ike is down to 6th as Davide Torrisi comes through, and it looked like Spadalongo's trying to get in on the action, as well as Christian on the LCR Honda has to bail out of it. He's in 6th.
Yeah, Christian there making very good. Oh, it looks like
Late
maybe
apex.
Plat 1 for Life might have saved the front end going through turn 1 there. Very, very close indeed. These newcomers, I tell you what, they really are here and they mean business, don't they? Look at that. 3rd, 4th, 6th, 7th and 9th and 10th as well. All these newcomers, they're doing a fantastic job. As around the outside goes Spadalongo. He, of course, now right. Oh, Ike's getting beaten up a little bit in the pack. All the way back down now to 9th. So that initial good start has gone a little bit awry already.
And look at the Plat 1 for Life from 10th on the grid up into 4th. And now looking at the factory Ducati of Daniele, the number 23. He's going to have to get a hurry up and try and clear Adrian if they're to have any chance of winning this, because Trast out front, bit of a gap, and Adrian's not got long. These sprint races, the laps tick on by, opportunities tick on by. You've got to make hay whilst you can, because a lap and a half to go until the end of this, and the first race of 2023's MotoGP Esports World Championship will be coming by the checkered flag. We're already at Corintaio now, with about a lap and a sector left. Trast looking silky smooth so far.
Yeah, Trast looking great. Obviously, last year wasn't quite there for the championship fight. Didn't even finish in the top 3 in the championship in the end, but he's come out fighting in 2023, showing why he is dubbed the GOAT of MotoGP Esport, coming out and trying to take an unprecedented 4th crown away from this man, which is the reigning world champion as well.
Look at this, in 4th place we're seeing track limit for Plat 1 for Life. That's one of his 5 strikes. He will get a long lap penalty or a time deduction, as it's the last lap. If he... Oh, no, but he's up into 3rd place, and he shoves his Ducati right into the top 3 in podium positions from the back row of the grid. Fantastic from Plat 1 for Life. The factory Ducati of Daniele Aloe, 26, is going to be wanting some of that back, I am sure. We've got a lap for this to be sorted out. Meanwhile, out front, Adrian, he's got the magnets out, but I don't know if he's going to be able to catch Trast in time. Trast has looked so good through these fast sweeping turns from here on in.
Tell you what, Jackhammer actually set the fastest lap on that last lap. We told you he was quick, but bad luck in the first race of the year. Although we have to point out, of course, it is a sprint, and that means only half points. If you're going to have a bad race, then this is the one to do it in.
We're coming up through Arrabbiata 2. Oh, there's a couple of battles we need to be seeing here. This is one of them. Bit of wheeling up over the hill. This is down towards Scarpa here. They're scarping out front. I tell you, Trast has been rapidly caught. And look at Adrian. He's all over him like a raincoat. Coming down towards Correntino now. Adrian's going to be having a sniff of this like Marquez and Lorenzo 2016. Yamaha versus Honda. Biondetti coming up. Adrian looking to see if he can clear his way through. Jack Hammer looks like he's gone down again. It doesn't matter if he was out of it anyway. This is it. Building down towards Pacini. Look at the run of the Honda. They're leading on each other. Trast trying to hold on, and he does. Into Buccini. Now it's going to be a run to the line. Adrian is building. What a lap this has been. This should be one of the fastest laps of the race. Trast leads onto the straight. Will the Honda be able to come by it side by side? What a way to start 23. And I think no, he didn't. Trast didn't get it. Adrian nabbed it from him on the line.
Wow, so incredible then. Computer says no. It is indeed actually Trastevere that wins the race by 67 thousandths of a second from Adrian. He must have had him on the line then. So a fantastic debut race in 2023 for Trastevere, back on top where he does belong, beating the reigning world champion to that victory. Plat 1 for life, but debutant, look at that, 3 debutants in a row, 3rd, 4th and 5th, all showing fantastically. Of course, Miki Raikko, Keinster and Aiki as well, our other 3 debutants getting in the mix there, but finishing a little bit further down, but still doing a very, very good job. Christian from the back of the grid to 6th, that's not a bad recovery job indeed. And unfortunately, the luckless Jackhammer rounds us out in 11th.
Well, I look like a bit of a Wally now, don't I? That was a bit amazing. The final lap of that race, unbelievable stuff. And I must say, what a way to introduce myself to this MotoGP sport. That was a phenomenal finish. Jack, I think, honestly, if this is the tone that we're going to have for the rest of the year, it's going to be pretty decent. Yeah,
bring it on. I mean, that was one hell of a way to kick off the very first Tissot sprint in the Global Series. And of course, the action, well, the action was fantastic, as you saw, and hopefully very, very soon we will see some of those highlights here as they do pop up just now. I mean, that was an action-packed race, and it kicked off right from a fantastic launch from Adrian.
Whole shot. Yeah, that was a fantastic getaway. You know, we have bumping and boring and almost elbows out right across the hump already. But on the inside, look at the Yamaha through here. Trastevere just elbows his way through. The Ducati up the inside into P3. That was Daniele. He's one of our rookies for this year, and wow, did he make an impression. Earlier on in the race, though, Jack Hammer was the one who tumbled, but he did go on to set the fastest lap of the race. So, unfortunately, normally pride comes before a fall. This time, fall came before a pride, I suppose. At the front, Trast was leading after 2 laps, and on to that final lap. Well, they looked about a half a second gap to me. In the battle for 3rd, Plat 1 for life, blasting his way up into the podium positions from the back row of the grid. So maybe he's one to keep an eye on. Whilst through Biondetti and a run down towards Pacini, Adrian momentarily got ahead, but late faking from Trast just about held position. He went in hot. Adrian was building, and then we had this run to the line. It was absolutely neck and neck. And from the helicopter cam, you can see just how wrong I did get it. Trast, the winner for the first time in 2023. So if that's the tone that we've got to come for the rest of the year, this is going to be a year to remember for MotoGP eSport and how good a start that was. But do not forget, there's plenty more still to come. That was just the Tissot sprint. We've got the Grand Prix of Barcelona coming up, and Jack, this is one of our favourites. It's one of our home rounds, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, myself and Kiko, we've lived in Barcelona a few years now, so it's a home round for us as adopted Spaniards, shall we say. So certainly Barcelona, a very fond one of ours, and I'm sure it's a fond one of yours too. And it's just as well that it's coming up right now. We're about to get into race mode to go to the first proper race, the first Grand Prix race of the 2023 Global Series. But before that, here's all the info you need to know about the Barcelona circuit.
This is the Circuit of Barcelona, 4.6 kilometres or 2.8 miles in length, 8 right turns, give an abundance of overtaking opportunity. 6 left turns, and the lefts, well, turn 5, one of the overtaking hotspots around here. A total of 14. The last corner, if you want to pass, it's a risky one, but it's possible.
We have seen it done.
Valentino Rossi. This is the way the track lays out. It is very fast and flowing right from the start. Sector 2 and Sector 3, not a lot of opportunity to make too many passes. Sector 4 is the run to home, and this track, in real life anyway, brings us some proper classics. So this is, if that's anything to go by, MotoGPeSport, which always gives us a classic, this is going to be off the scale.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be very, very good indeed. So let's not waste any more time then. Let's go racing at Barcelona for the very first Grand Prix race of the 2023 Global Series. So then, here's the grid for the Barcelona Grand Prix. Jack Hammer's on pole. Let's see if he can have a bit of a redemption day for that obviously bad first race for him. Lining up right next to him, there are two very big names indeed, as you saw there with Trast as well as Christian. Our newcomer once again, Daniele, starting fourth, doing a very good job indeed. There's Trast in fifth. And in sixth, another newcomer who showed very, very well in that first Tissot sprint, Davide Teresi.
This is the third row, plat 1 for life. Well, podium in his first race. We'll be looking to go on and do more in this one in Barcelona. Keinster is in 8th. Spadalongo, he'll be going from the third row. This is Miki Raikko, 10th place for him. And then 11th, Aiki 13. And these are your 11 runners and riders for this. Jack Hammer, though, on pole position. Will it be Hammer time? The red lights are on. The 67 KTM is going to try and see if he can get the whole shot. Go, sluggish start once again. We saw that in the sprint of Mugello. It's Adrian who's got the whole shot as they all go down towards turn on the right. Now Trast from the second row is leading. He's on the curve. He's going to drop it across his nose. Yes, he is. Trast has got into the lead. He's ahead of Adrian, who's been pushed and shoved. Through comes Jack Hammer, elbows out, trying to retain that second place. And now, I don't know what was going on behind. We had about 4 bikes going side by side, but through turns 3 and down toward turn 4 now we go. Trast, like in the first race of this year, back at Mugello in the sprint, got an absolute flyer, and it's still battling on behind.
Jack Hammer, I don't know how he did that. He went from 5th to 2nd at turn 2. Oh, there was some chaos behind there. Oh, it is chaos. Ike's banging and barging. That's Daniele on the Factory Ducati. He's been nerfed out as well. And now through comes Davide Teresi on the Pramac machine. That was total chaos.
Handbags at door already on lap 1 of 8. If they're all like this, we're all going to pop off here in the commentary box. So, out front, Trast 73 leads Jack Hammer, and Jack Hammer's got magnets on for sure. He's going to try and see if he can get onto the back of Trast by the end of this lap. We've got reckless riding for plat 1 for life. That's a warning, so if he gets in, we've got crashes. That's Miki Raikko is down to 49 on the Grassini Ducati. He needed that like a kick in the teeth. But out front, Trast is leading Jack Hammer.
So then we're coming across, well, almost coming across the line to complete lap. Bit premature. To complete lap 1 of 8. And Trastevere is going to lead again. That is already 100% record in 2023 for laps led. But look at the slipstream now with the Factory KTM. Jack Hammer, surely he's going to have a look down into turn 1. Oh, we've got away right at the wrong time. What are you doing, Race the Rig? There it is, but he doesn't make the move in the end. Oh, Trastevere's gone wide. He might have to give that place. We'll see what he does. I don't think he will, though. But it is going to be Trastevere that hangs on just for now.
Just about as well. There were no apexes troubled in the making of that first sector on lap 2 for Trast. And he has got Jack Hammer right buzzing around his rear end. He needed this track limits for Trastevere, and we are on board with Jack Hammer now. So that's 1 strike for Trast already with 6.5 laps to go. He's going to have to be very, very careful. Adrian, the defending champion, he's in 3rd, and was just we run down the order. Another Honda in 4th. That's Christian. Keinster is in 5th. That's a great result there as it stands on the gas. Plat 1 for life. Don't forget he's got a strike against his name too, as they all funnel through the 3rd sector this is, and onto the back straight. Are we going to see a dive bomb from Jack Hammer here down in towards turn 10?
He's definitely good on the exit of the corner as Jack, isn't he? He's really getting that KTM hooked up and winding the wick on, because he is flying coming out the corner. Look at that line.
It's Axel Misano versus Michael Ruben Rinaldi. What's going on here, lads? Trust is out front. Yes, he is. Just about squaring it off his Jack Hammer. Oh, this is going to be bold.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
fantastic
brilliant
moves. And
stuff.
Jack Hammer hits the front then, and look at this. It's bringing the world champion into play. Adrian is now right there. It's a freeway scrap for the lead as we complete lap 2.
Double bike slipstream coming up, and we know the slipstream on MotoGP 23 is going to mean something, but the Honda just can't live with the Yamaha and the KTM. Things you thought you'd never say. Yamaha on the brakes, going to outdo. Oh, he's pushing him into the
track
corner.
limits again.
Track limits again for Trask. Oh, yet again, third. So that should be 3 strikes against his name. Out front, silky smooth, Jack Hammer. Oh, Adrian's out on the... Ooh, I thought he was going to have a look around the outside of Trask then. Don't know where to look. Jack Hammer leading. We've got that bit sorted. Fastest lap of the race for the rider. He's in 3rd place. More track limits for Trask. We saw that clearly. He's got 2 strikes against his name.
I tell you what, it's about to be a 2-pronged attack from the Montenegro brothers, because Christian is also closing in on this group. Look at that gap in the background. He's only 6.
Wide.
Oh, that's an opportunistic move from Adrian. Doesn't look like he's going to pull it off. Maybe he'll dive down at the inside into turn 8. I don't think he will. No, he doesn't. He's hold station for now. But all this is doing is allowing Jack Hammer to get a half a second buffer. And in MotoGPeSport, that is comfortable.
Did you see the front end on that Honda? That folded more than a paper aeroplane at turn 8. Then great save from Adrian. It cost him a little bit of time, and it cost him a run up towards turn 9.
Well,
but he's still in 3rd. He was almost in the gravel.
There's the first terrible anecdote of the Global Series season. Analogy, yeah.
I haven't even started story time yet.
So then, we are about to complete the 3rd lap, and this is heating up nicely indeed. It does look as though Jack Hammer, we did say that he was one of the pre-season's favourites. He's been absolutely rapid this year, taking a step up from last year. Last year he was best of the rest, got on the podium a couple of times, but never showed this type of pace and consistency. But he is showing it now, and he's pulling away. He's pulled another 10th and a half.
7 tenths in 1 lap. Jack Hammer has put the hammer down, so we're looking at a battle for second, I think, at this rate. Trask is deep on the brakes. This is where he's been exceeding track limits. Keeps it all tidy this time. Adrian's got a run. He'll be brave to launch up the inside there at turn 3. Doesn't do it. He's just hovering around. They're looking now. They've got a decent gap behind them, so the battle for second, if it keeps clean, should remain 2nd and 3rd, really. I can't see Christian. He hasn't... Well, he's there. He's
definitely closed in.
He's closed in, but he's not quite there yet at half-race distance. These two are pushing each other along.
Oh, is he going to have a look on the cutback here now on the run out of 5? He might well do. Look at Christian as well. He's eyeing up a possible move. That's a fantastic, lovely little switchback move there from Adrian, and he's through on Trask.
Trask now will be looking to have that back. These two, that battle, those two, that what is generally a one-line run through turn 5 to 7 has just allowed Christian to close in a little bit. Now he's in 4th. Look at the Yamaha. Wow, the Yamaha. That's on the brakes. That's a brilliant move. The number 73 of Trask then moves on through. Does he go what? Does he go deep? Does he go deep? He's almost diving off the Olympic dive board. He's gone so deep. So Trask momentarily back into 2nd, back out and down into 3rd, and now he's got himself vulnerable behind with Christian 17, who is in 4th place, and may I say top independent as well. So good stuff there.
Yeah, doing very, very good indeed. Little update on the runners and riders a little bit further down. Platform for Life doing a fantastic job again, running solidly in that top 5, but he does have the factory Ducati of Daniele all over his rear end. Look at that, there's a right train there from 5th all the way down to the back of the field. Oh, I thought he was going to have a look, but no, not in the end. So, big question now then, as we cross to go into the 2nd half of the race. Can Adrian do anything about this gap?
Oh, Platform for Life's gone down. He needed a decent result after that podium. He wanted to build on that. That's no good for his championship. So Platform for Life then outside the top 10, plumb last after that fall. We pick up this battle for what is now 3rd place is Christian.
Look at that front tyre there.
Yeah, Christian trying to get on terms with Trask. This is where Trask just seems a bit vulnerable in this sector. It's normally one line, but they've been managing to close in on him and pass him round here. So it'll be interesting to deep and wide for the number 25 of Christian. So that's 4th place for him. Can't see him getting through on this lap. You'll have to wait another one. Just behind that, Daniele in 5th place on the factory Ducati. Top Ducati, I should say, as well. There's a long way back. So these guys who are battling for 2nd, 3rd and 4th for the final 2 spots on the podium. 3 into 2 generally won't go. So let's see how much they want it already at this early point in the season.
Yeah, just a word on Daniele. He was, of course, just behind Platform for Life as he came onto this lap. I do wonder if there was a little bit of nerfing gone on.
Are these two things related?
Yeah, so quite possibly something to look into there. We'll have to see if we can have a look at it after the show. But coming on then to finish lap 5, there are only going to be 3 left. So it should be a very, very closely contested race indeed. Look at that gap then. That's the gap from Daniele up to Christian. Of course, Daniele in the practices we've seen in qualifying and as well, he has been fantastic. He's qualified 4th for all 3 of these races in the first Global Series round. So he's definitely got the speed. Now he needs to show it and close that gap.
Yeah, he looked good in that first sector. He looked very, very smooth. But I just wonder if it's a bit too smooth. He's disposed of Keinster, who's up now in 6th place with Spadalongo all over his rear end. And then in 8th place is Davide Teresi. Oh, he's almost in the grass. He's so far wide there. So Teresi pushing on hard. He needs to. He wants to try and get up inside that top 6. He can see it just ahead of him.
Spadalongo wiggling.
Yeah, Spadalongo sucked Davide Teresi into that turn 5 there. Both of them missed the apex. This is up in towards turn 7. Looking back at Teresi, that's in 8th place. Behind them is Aiki 13, the Malaysian, and Miki Raiko in 10th, the Indonesian rider as well. Plat 1 for Life is back up and running, but he's out of contention really. We're riding on board with Teresi. This is probably the closest battle on track as we see Jack Hammer. He is just pulling more and more time and pulling away from Adrian, your reigning champion. So Jack Hammer, we want to pick him up here. We're a little bit patriotic here, but this is not a surprise. This is Christian's through into 3rd. Christian's through into 3rd. Trask, your early race leader, back then into 4th place, and your sprint winner from Mugello is now off the podium.
Yeah, so here we go, the Trask.
For now.
Yeah, for now. He slipstreamed past that Honda with ease, didn't he? So certainly the slipstream effect in the MotoGP 23 game seems to be a bit more powerful than it was last year. But look at that, we are inside Christian's brain just about there when we cut onto that on board. Oh my lord! Charged him through turn 3, what a move!
Trask is going to be absolutely seething when he sees that one, when he's just experienced it. On the brakes, he's out. You could almost see it through his brain there, think, I'm going to have you, mate. I'm going to have you putting you right off the track. So we got a battle on for the final podium position. The Honda's working well round here, 2nd and 3rd, but wow, Adrian and Trask wide there. So the mistakes all over the place at the minute. Not out front, Jack Hammer. Wow, yeah, unbelievable. Put a wheel wrong.
Yeah, this is a real warning for the rest of the season, the rest of the Global Series season. If Jack Hammer can, that's a shame. Kynes has gone down, one of the newcomers on the gas machine, so he's going to drop just about to. He does drop to the back of the field indeed, so that's a shame for him. He was running 6th or 7th. I can't quite remember where it was before, but doing a fine job just for that unlucky crash.
We're looking back at Trask. We're coming on to the last lap in a moment. I'm just wondering if Adrian is being caught here.
Yeah, I mean,
Christian, I don't think anything's really going to change. It would have to be a mistake. We've seen him.
Well, speaking of mistakes, I think actually if Trask is the one that makes a mistake, then he could be in even more trouble. But flying on to the last lap then, Jack Hammer. We didn't see this at all last year. This has been total dominance, and he's only got one more circuit to go until he is crowned a winner.
Fantastic stuff from Jack Hammer, of course, looking like a proper contender in 2023. The MotoGP Esport World Championship, we had a barnstorming sprint from Mugello. This one has been a bit more of a game of chess than anything else. Adrian looking good in 2nd now. It's all settled down in that podium fight. This will be good for his start of the season. 2nd in the sprint, of course. Back at Mugello not long ago. And now he looks like he's on course for 2nd here, as long as he doesn't blow it. Or as long as it doesn't get blown for him by an over-ambitious Christian M17.
Yeah, it could happen. A little bit of brother warfare could go on the last lap, but it looks as though for now they are running fairly line astern, 2nd and 3rd. So a decent performance, of course, for Adrian. This will launch him into the lead of the championship at this stage. So certainly job done as far as he is concerned to retain that crown for now.
And just a quick word on Trask that we've got on screen here. Where he's looking particularly strong this year is coming onto the straights. There's absolutely nothing wrong with his speed, and he's very, very good on the brakes as well. So when we get to other tracks, we've got Misano coming up as well, where, okay, top speed isn't everything. That's where Trask might well be coming into his own. But out front at the minute, into his own, he's absolutely flying through the final couple of corners. He comes. Take it easy, Jack Hammer. You are one corner away from being a MotoGP Esports winner, silky smooth, top class performance, and oh, he almost Max Biaggi'd it. Unreal. Jack Hammer then crossed the line, all good in the end. Fantastic stuff from him, a race winner at last.
Yeah, cracking job then from Jack Hammer, really showing the potential that we know he has to come across and win that one. A dominant performance. You don't see victories much bigger than that in the Global Series. So then, it is confirmed, Jack Hammer the winner by over 2 seconds. That is a mammoth gap in a Global Series game. The Montenegro brothers, Adriana and Christian, line up on the podium as well, with Trastevere 4th, Daniele Aloe, Davide Teresi, Spadalongo, Aiki, Miki Rako, Black One for Life, and Kynes 2 unfortunately crashed out of a decent position, rounding us out in 11th place.
What about that then? So a fantastic second race there, the first Grand Prix of the year, won by Jack Hammer at long last. A MotoGP Esport World Championship race winner. The championship standings, as you can see on the bottom right of your screen, Adrian is still top. Jack Hammer's win brings him back into contention, but there's a whole pack chasing them down hard for the rest of the positions, and it is only early days in this championship standings fight just yet. Plenty more races to come, including sprint races later on throughout the year. 4 big rounds, and we've got one race of this one still to go, Jack.
Yeah, we certainly do. One more race still to go. But before we chat about that race, we do need to obviously have a quick look back at some of the highlights from that race there in Catalonia, because that was an absolute cracker. He's going to see straight off the start that Jack Hammer didn't exactly get away well, did he?
Second poor start of the round.
He certainly made up for it in turn 2. Hopefully we get to see this move at turn 2, because it was an absolute belter.
Adrian had the initial hole shot, but laying it over his front nose was trashed. Look where Jack Hammer is. He's 5th. Then he's up into 2nd, 3rd, round the outside, and then he's back into contention. So great opening start for Jack Hammer. He was chasing down Trask right from the get-go, and sooner or later Trask was caught and passed. Jack Hammer was out ahead and in the lead. Adrian then found his way through at half-race distance for P2, and then Jack, it was a battle royale for the final podium position, with Christian taking on Trask as well.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was a pretty big battle. You can see here Trask goes down the inside at turn 10, but runs it really wide and hinders himself massively as he slips right back into the clutches of Christian. And later, Christian would indeed eventually pick him off for that final spot on the podium. This is one of those little battles that they had. You can watch here as Christian will go underneath him, and it really was a bit of a corker. Unlucky for Trask, because of course he did win the sprint earlier on, but this, look at this move, bang, out the way, through up into the last podium spot. Have a bit of that, and that is pretty much all she wrote.
And then back at the front, nearly Max Biaggi in it across the line. Jack Hammer, Hammer time. It is Jack Hammer's time to shine in MotoGP Esport 2023. And he is looking like one of the riders to beat this year. Misano is coming up next, and that is a track that really could provide something a bit special. It's a bit technical, it's a bit tricky, it's quite short and sharp, and that might be something where Jack Hammer can really shine. We've got plenty of surprises to come though. This is your race info for this race ahead. It's going to be an absolute corker for the MotoGP Esport Championship. 4.3 kilometers in length. There are 16 turns, 10 of which are right, 6 are left. Jack, overtaking opportunities in abundance.
Yeah, definitely. You can see here then the layout. Obviously turn 1's a bit of a good opportunity, but look at turn 4. Nice tight right-hander, certainly an area where we've seen plenty of dive bombs in the past as well. Coming down towards turn 8 in sector 2, of course, Quercia, a big overtaking opportunity, big braking zone down into there. Not so much through turn 9 and 10, a little bit more technical as they brake with lots of lean angle before they fly down through Caverne, one of the biggest corners that we do have on the MotoGP calendar. But then, so we know exactly we know what Misano looks like now. We may as well go see it in race form as well, as it is going to be now the final race coming up here at round 1 of the 2023 Global Series. So here we go then, the grid for race 2 here this evening. We trust the very on pole and Jack Hammer, your most recent winner in the Global Series there in the middle of the front row, with Christian completing it.
That's your front row. Home hero on pole. Ducati's charge comes from the second row. Daniele heads that up. Adrian, who is your championship leader right now, is 5th. Davide Teresi looking for home glory. He's going from P6.
Third row of the grid is where you'll find Spadalongo on his Aprilia, looking to make an impression around Misano. Keinster, who had a little bit of a crash and some bad luck there in Catalonia, he goes from 8th, with Aiki, the Malaysian, in 9th.
Indonesia represented in 10th with Miki Raiko, and watch out from P11. Plat 1 for life. He was on a pole lap before he binned it around sector 3. So keep an eye out from the back of the grid. He did the magic from Mugello. This is Misano. We are building for lights out. Holding for a long time, but we are underway. Good start by your pole sitter. He was like a greyhound out the traps there. Trask leads down towards turn 1. Elbows down behind. He's missed the apex at turn 1. Jack Hammer will take that as well. Adrian's trying to push through the Variante Parque at the start of the lap. Jack Hammer getting his elbows out. He's ahead of Trask, who got the initial jump but didn't hold it down into this technical Curva del Rio. This is turn 4. Ducati City behind. There's all kinds of shenanigans going on as they're coming down now towards the first of 2 back straights.
Christian didn't have the best of starts there. He got bumped and barged out at turn 4. Didn't see who it was that barged him out, but he is down in 7th now. Already, though, looking to make a move on Spadalongo. They all go deep into Quercia. Who was that? Miki Raiko. Ah, what a shame. That is the Indonesian then. He's down and probably out of this one in terms of the top places, but we'll see what he can recover to. Anyway, we fire onto the back straight then for the first time. Look at Plat 1 for life. From last on the grid, he's in 4th.
We said he's one to watch. We said he was quick. This is where he had his crash. It's fast around here. This is where he tumbled down in qualifying. He's already trying to push his way into P3. That's on Adrian, who holds it at the moment. Ooh. Track limits for Jack Hammer. He was out on the green there. As they come through that dead stop, turn 14 hairpin. It's very close. We said it would be close in this race. 8 laps round here. Misano, it's short, sharp and technical. It's a bit like Mallory Park.
How on earth you got Mallory Park references? As Trastevere then actually powers past Jack Hammer on the run to the line and will lead across the line for lap 1. Jack must have had a little bit of a mistake there. I didn't quite catch that. Must have had a bit of a wiggle or a squiggle coming out the final corner.
Biting back.
Whoa, certainly biting back. More shenanigans then. Here we go.
Like a little Yorkshire Terrier. And no, I'm not on about Jack Appleyard. This is down in towards turn 4. This is on the Honda. Adrian pushing and shoving, looking to go through on a gap. If there isn't one, he's going to make one. And and talking of making one and trying to push it through anyway.
Keinster's down. That's a shame.
Keinster's down on the gas. He's off. Up into P3 goes. Plat 1 for life. Deep on the brakes. That's a quality move.
These newcomers are certainly having an impression. Plat 1 for life then. In only his first round in the Global Series, it's up into a podium position, doing a fantastic job. And the man he just nicked it off is the reigning champion.
Is he going to take second from Jack Hammer? He's going to be looking that way. That Yamaha, we said the Trust 73 Yamaha back in Barcelona was absolutely leaping out the corners, and it's doing the same here. It's putting him in a great position in the braking areas. It's getting him away from any trouble. The battle for second, lots of trouble going on here. At the moment, Jack Hammer holds it. Third and 4th and 5th, there was all contact there. Plat 1 for life, Adrian and Christian.
Look
the
at
two
this.
Montenegro brothers coming together on the Hondas.
Get a move on, brother. Come on, we're going to catch him up, not lose the back of them. We've got an 8-rider train this. This is cracking. Across the line then to complete the second lap, and it's Trask who sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:27.226, but it can't have been that much quicker than Jack Hammer, because speaking of, he's made a big mistake. Is he going to lose 2? He does. He's back to 4th.
Jack Hammer, dearie me, all that hard work undone with a turn 1 and 2 error. That's left Trask. That's let Trask off the hook a little bit as they make their way through turn 4. 5, then it's the flick to turn 6. Plat 1 for life. He was on for pole. He started P11. He's now P2.
Inspired stuff, of course, riding for VR46. This is Valentino Rossi's home track. So, Valentino, you're probably not watching, but if you are, I'm sure you've got a smile on your face.
He's in the box. Fantastic stuff then from the VR46 Mini Ducati, of course. Going well. We saw that Plat 1 for life could have a good one back at Mugello on the team's first of the home rounds. He's having a great one here as well. Look at the speed of the Honda closing up. Spadalongo moving through on Davide Teresi. That's a Cavone. You got to be brave to do that there. Jackhammer trying to regroup. That's in P4. Christian's corner speed through here. He's building. He's going to be a lunge and a half if he's to try and make it through there. Jackhammer looking for a gap, giving him inch, and he will take a mile. No change for the moment. This battle is right.
Oh, hello.
Through comes the big booming factory Ducati.
Oh,
2 in 1 turn.
Spadalongo's fighting back.
Well, look at this. Oh, on the dirt. Dearie me, have that. If you're going to try and push me off, I'm going to go and put a load of gravel up your chuff as well. Through he comes, side by side. Still, this is an all-Italian. Oh, man, it was always going to end in tears. Spadalongo, spadder down you go.
So back at the front then, and I tell you what, Trast, he must have put in another cracking lap. He wasn't quite the fastest lap. Yeah, he was a little bit wide there, but he does have a bit of a buffer on Black One for Life now. There's definitely daylight at the front, and that could be comfortable if he's got the pace to make sure they just stay at arm's length, because Jackhammer's looking to get busy. We're going board with the KTM man now down into Guerci. Is he going to go around the outside? Surely not. Watch for the cutback though. He might get it stood up here, but Adrian covers it off well.
Good move that from Adrian to hold position for P3. Jackhammer, though, you get a feeling it's a matter of time. Oh, he lost the front. He's lost P4. Through comes Christian. The Montenegro brothers now P3 and P4. Jackhammer trying to get alongside. This is going to be tasty. He's using the slipstream. Can't run it through the inside of Cavone. Look at the pies all over the curves. And Jackhammer making a lot of mistakes here. He was silky smooth at Barcelona. He has not been silky smooth at Misano.
Yeah, definitely caused himself a few problems here. Is Jack? He'll be keen to make sure he recovers those positions. But as we come across the line to complete half race distance, time is running out.
4 laps done. We are coming into the second half of this race and looking to try and break into second place. Black One for Life with the fastest lap of the race here. That's a... Oh, no, he isn't.
Kiko Giles is seeing stuff in the commentary box.
I've got glasses on as well. That's even worse. Oh, I did. You buy those glasses as well. They're quite fashionable in my mind. Black One for Life,
in your
P2, P3 at the moment for Adrian. I thought Black One for Life had done the fastest lap of the race there. He looks like he has edged a bit closer to Trast, but Trast just at the moment with that, I'd say, what, 0.6 of a second buffer at the moment.
I think the more impressive thing is that Adrian, the reigning world champion, hasn't had a sniff at Black One for Life since he's been behind him. Hasn't been able to stick a wheel up the inside, so that shows you just the level that Black One for Life is riding at. As we look now back down to Ike, of course. I think Ike, did he have that tip-off earlier, or was that Mickey Raikko? It might have been Mickey Raikko, but anyway.
Raikko, the Indonesian. This is the Malaysian rider on the number 13, Crypto Data INF MotoGP team. Solid ride in 8th. Yeah,
doing very, very good. Picking up good points. I mean, 8th, you might not say it's that impressive, but you come and race. That's unfortunate. The Indonesian Mickey Raikko's gone down for a second time, but Ike in 8th doing a great job, seeing as this is just his first round in the eSport Championship. That was shaking, wasn't it? There from Adrian.
Adrian pushing and shoving his way through. Christian's coming into it as well.
Oh, he's gone well wide there. Jack could be up for it.
No, Jack's there in 5th. In fact, Davide Teresi's come into this. He's in 6th place at the moment. He's giving Jackhammer a bit of a headache. Out front, Trast is leading. And whilst these two battle with each other for P2, can't see them catching Trast. Trast looking good.
We've got a string then of about 7 riders-ish that are all kind of about, what, half a second separated from each other. So this is classic MotoGP eSport stalemate at the minute. But look at that. Adrian is definitely getting a bit antsy behind Black One for Life now, isn't he? Look,
Trast.
Mistake from the race leader. Did go a little bit wide, but he's got that comfortable buffer. So he maintains the lead for now.
Maintains a decent enough gap, but if he keeps making mistakes, they will not stay that for long because he's going to lose his time. Adrian's in the slipstream of the Ducati. That's making no difference. On the brakes, wow, that's deep. Cut back maybe on the run up to Tramonto. Don't think so. Black One for Life putting that bike right where Adrian doesn't want it.
Adrian's got a wide line here. Watch him try to turn it. Oh, actually, maybe just going a little bit too deep. Does make it back for a kind of late-ish apex, but certainly no way past 4 now. It's definitely proven, though, that that is the widest Ducati you've ever seen in your life, because there's no way through for Adrian at the moment.
And that's not including the wings. Christian in 4th then, ahead of Jackhammer, who's regrouping, trying to hunt him down at least for more than a 5th place. It would be... I don't think it'd be just if Jackhammer came away from this without a top 4, but he's been making too many mistakes in this one as we come into the end of lap 6. 2 laps to go in a moment. Davide Teresi, he's a believer. He's coming into view on the back of the 67 of Jack Hammer. Jack Hammer's got to get his head down. Davide Teruzzi will be one in a top 5 on that Prima Pramac Racing Ducati.
Yeah, he certainly will be. Hounding Jack Hammer now by the looks of it. I think Jack will just do well to hang on to that top 5, get valuable points for the championship. He is right up there, and that will do the job nicely. Still then, it is As You Were. Plat 1 for Life doing a fantastic job. I have to say, these 3 newcomers, all on Ducatis, Plat 1 for Life, Davide Teresi and Daniele Aloe as well, all doing cracking jobs to be running right at the front here.
And Aiki 13 is in 8th place. Spadalongo after his crash is in 9th. Mickey Reike after his crash, and Keinster 28 after their crashes, 10th and 11th. That's your order. Can't see it changing for this man. This is Trust 73, Trastevere, looking so good on the Yamaha. The Yamaha hooking up now down towards Cavone. That battle for second, it's still a stalemate at the moment. I can't see it changing on this lap. It's going to have to be a heroic final lap from Adrian, which we have seen him do already in this opening round of the Global Series. That was at Mugello in the sprint race. It's close, but just not close enough.
Yeah, this is impressive, this from Trastevere. We haven't seen this in some time. Trastevere get to the front and then clear off up the road. It looks as though the three-time champ, after losing out last year, not really being close, has gone away, done his homework, put the hours in, and he's come back better than ever this year. Final lap for Trastevere to assert himself at the top of the standings after round 1.
Adrian closing in on Plat 1 for Life. It's been a very good opening round of the Global Series for Plat 1 for Life. His debut round, of course. We've got 3 more to come. Don't forget, the final is going to be at the Ubi Festival in Barcelona. Adrian pushing, and he's gone deep there, so that's going to be very, very costly. I don't see now how Adrian, unless there's a mistake for Plat 1 for Life, is going to hold on. He's going to be able to make anything more than 3rd place here. We're coming down into Quercia. The big battle could be for P4 if Jack Hammer is pushing hard enough. We need to be seeing that battle for 4th.
I think there's going to be an absolute madness for that 4th position. I feel like Jack Hammer's going to send it down the inside. I don't know where, but this could be an opportunity for him.
Is Trust coming back to us here?
He might be, but I think he might just be managing it, taking it. Oh, he must have tried it, because he's gone well wide and he's lost one to Davide Teresi, but he is in the slipstream of the Pramac man. Will he do him into Cavone? No, he won't.
Oh, he had to stop me on the way in.
Unbelievable. He's building, though, building through these fast rides. Oh! Has he taken him as well?
He's deconstructed. Jack Hammer is out of this, and I think Davide Teresi got away with it. Yes, he did. Teresi got away with it. Out front, Traster's got this sorted. Adrian is pushing for P2. Oh, he's close, but not quite close enough. Yamaha at Misano taking victory with Trust 73 out of Plat 1 for Life from the 4th out of the grid, and Adrian ahead of his brother Christian. So fantastic stuff all round. Jack Hammer remounted for 7th, and that's about all she wrote.
So the 3-time champ Trastevere is back to his best. Look at that, a victory of 6/10. It was much bigger than that, but that is all he needs to do. Plat 1 for Life, a fantastic maiden podium in just his first round in the Global Series. Cracking effort to that man, well done. Adrian hangs on for 3rd then, was hounding Plat 1 for Life at the end, but doesn't quite get it. That'll do nicely for his championship defence as well. Christian 4th, Davide Teresi 5th, Daniele on the factory Ducati comes home 6th. Jack Hammer, who had that crash on the last lap, finishes 7th in the end, just ahead of Spadalongo, Aiki 13, Mickey Reiko, and also Keinster, who unfortunately crashed out early on.
An absolutely breathless final race then of round 1 of the 2023 MotoGP Esport World Championship Global Series. And what about that with the championship standings coming up, Jack? That's going to be something interesting reading into the 2nd and 3rd rounds coming up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one of the big takeaways is obviously Trastevere is back with a bang, isn't he? He's going to be at the top of those standings, Kiko, but before that we do need to dive into the race highlights to be able to see them, because this was an action-packed Misano race
it's going to be
in the
race.
Esport Championship.
It'll be the full race with all the highlights. Fantastic race indeed. Good start from Trast. That was about the indication we needed. He was wide into turn 1. Jack Hammer was like a rat up a drain pipe. He's straight into P1 after that mistake, and he looked like he was going to get his elbows out, and then, like we saw in Barcelona, maybe possibly clear off. That wasn't going to happen. Trast was absolutely relentless to take a home victory at Misano, just a stone's throw away from another famous Yamaha Italian rider's hometown. Tavudia and Valentino Rossi. Talking of Valentino Rossi, his team was having an absolute belter. P11 on the grid, all the way up into the podium places. That's Plat 1 for life, making his move up into third in the opening part of the race. This was one of a catalogue of errors by Jack Hammer. He was just pushing on too hard to try and replicate his Barcelona success, Jack. And then we had this fallout.
Yeah, this was a real corker, this one. They were side by side
well,
for
not for Spadalongo,
a good 5 or 6 corners, and then unfortunately Spadalongo did have that little tip-off after some contact. But at the front, it was pretty much smooth sailing for Trastevere from here on out. There was a little bit of tension in that battle for those remaining podium places, but this was the only last drama of the race. Too much curb on the inside. Down goes Jack Hammer. Down goes any chance of taking that 4th place away from Christian. But this was the man that did the job at the front.
Trast unbeatable then at Misano. Fantastic for him. Plat 1 for life second and third for Adrian. And that is one of the best races I think we've seen during this Global Series. Round 1 for sure. It has been a memorable opening round of the MotoGPeSport World Championship, and of course plenty more to come. And whilst we're not here waiting for round 2, you can join the conversation as well across our socials. The championship standings are pretty impressive. Trast, with that victory, moving on right in to P1, Jack, by only 5 points as well. It's a very narrow margin at the top.
Yeah, it's definitely tight at the top. Jack Hammer, after a couple of errors and a terrible sprint earlier on, does actually manage to salvage 3rd place in the standings for now, which certainly means he is right up there in the mix. And with the speed, he's looking like he could go and challenge all the way to Christian there in 4th. Plat 1 for life is in 5th. Fantastic debut round from him, the debutant, with his other debutants as well, Daniele and Davide there just behind him. Spadalongo is in 8th, with Aiki the Malaysian, Miki Raiko the Indonesian, and Keinster rounding us out in last place for now.
So, Trastevere is your championship leader, and that was a fine race at Misano for the Yamaha rider. And we can hear from him now. Trast, a bit of a throwback victory that, and now you are back in P1. Early doors just yet, but how do you feel getting that first win belted and bagged?
Hello to everybody, guys. Thank you. The feeling is amazing. Obviously, come back to win is incredible for me, also because it was many times that I didn't won. So I'm very, very happy. Again, this year the level is very, very high for me. I took the best for these rounds because in Catalonia I had less tense, less speed with the others. But at the end, I'm really, really happy. 2-1 in home, so it's incredible. 2 home Grand Prix I brought at home. So and very happy for me, for Yamaha and all the sponsors, but now fly down obviously because every year is like this. I start very, very well, but to the end of the championship I lost something. I lose every time something, so I have to stay focused for all the championship. This is nothing because the championship is still started. So let's see. We have to fight a lot for this year because the level is very high. Let's see. Thank you.
And of course, Trast as well. Just one final question before you go. With the addition of the Tissot Sprint as well this year, of course, you won that first Tissot Sprint. Just tell us about that because it was a pretty crazy race.
Yes, the first was crazy. It was crazy because Adrian, we had 3 laps. In the second lap, I did better than Adrian, but I told no, okay, now I'm quiet in the last lap and let's see what happened because I had a great some meters, to him, some tenths, but he did an incredible last lap, and he touched me at the end. So in the last sector we were together, so it was incredible. I was thinking like, okay, now he overtook me with the slipstream. No, I was sure, but I think that he had power 1 and I had power 2 at the exit. So maybe I had more sprint at the end. And it got on the left side, but it was incredible race, very emotional. Very emotional things in this round, so I'm really happy, good energy. Let's see for the next one, and I'm really happy for the Tissot sprint.
And finally, Trast, what can we expect for the rest of the year? Just whilst we're enjoying the last lap battle, what can we expect from the rest of the year?
Yeah. Let's hope that all the races will be like this, because I enjoyed a lot.
Perfect,
Sounds
Trast.
great.
Well, we look forward to hoping and seeing that those races are like that, because it's been fantastic action. We'll let you go now so you can rest and do some practice before round 2. So thank you very much, Trast. And back on top of the standings after round 1.
So,
yeah,
round 1 done.
I know. Big round. Obviously, a lot happened there. Trastevere is pretty much back with a bang. He has confirmed that being P1 in the standings as we head to round 2. And I mean, if round 2 is anything like what we've just seen there, then it's going to be absolutely sensational action. I think it's Germany. We go to Germany, Japan, and I believe Indonesia as well for the second round. So a real mix of venues and circuits to go to there. And it's going to be a corker. I mean, Kiko, from your first round in the Global Series, how was that in terms of the action? Did you expect it to be that crazy?
I did not expect it to be that mental, Jack, I must be honest. But what I did know when I came in here was just how competitive the whole thing was going to be. I mean, we've got tiny margins, we've got last lap fights, we've got great qualifying sessions. The sprint format now is really working. And I must say, the quality this year, from what I've seen the last few years, it is another level, as Trast just said.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, pretty much that is all we have to do and have to say for you here at the Global Series Round 1. Myself and Kiko have thoroughly enjoyed it. We hope that you have as well. But join us next time where Round 2, it's going to be just as action-packed as before. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon indeed.